The real deal. Skill-wise, I mean, these guys are as good as anybody in the league. And I know I say that a lot. Maybe I did get caught up in it, but I mean, you're not going to find a better tandem. I mean, those guys are sensational. They've got people they can throw to on the outside, a bunch of them, and they got a quarterback that can make things happen and orchestrate things. So it's going to be a challenge.
What flipped the switch for your defense in that second half last week?
Nothing. I mean, we just executed better. I mean, we gave up a few bonehead things, I would say, in the first half. I mean, if you look at some of those things that happened in the first series, it wasn't anything that anybody was doing. We just weren't finishing the plays. I mean, we had I think it was like 5 guys around that first one that scored, and lost our leverage out there, and that can't happen. When you're playing good defense. In the second half, we just didn't make those technique errors. We didn't do anything drastically different schematically. We didn't. There was no big, Rocky Balboa speech. It was just guys just started to do what they can do.
Did you realize live how good of a play that was by Felix, or was it just like running it back a little bit?
No, I realized live how good of a play that was, and that's something that we've been trying to get out of him a little bit is just knowing when you can take your shots. I think sometimes he plays it a little bit too conservatively for how good of a playmaker he is, and that's just being a young guy and trying to be right all the time. And that was one of the messages. It's one thing to be right and hope everybody else is right. It's another thing to take matters into your own hands once in a while and take a shot and make some plays and play fast. And that was kind of the message last week. And when we started to roll a little bit, that's what guys were doing.
Looking back on it, does it feel like you guys cut that a little bit close? Because he said he only got that offer maybe a day or two before signing day.
We cut that one too close, yes.
What kind of progression have you seen out of Max Duggan?
I think he used to just be a really good athlete that was playing quarterback, and now I think he's a complete quarterback that has command of his offense. I mean, I've seen him throw field side outs. That I don't recall being in his arsenal in the past. I don't see him making bad reads. I don't see him making mistakes with the football that he may have done in the past few years. I see when things break down, it just used to be option A, I'm taking off running. And now I see him, continuing to keep his eyes down the field. He's just, he's gotten better every time we face him, unfortunately.
How worrisome is their big play capability?
Extremely. I mean, and as I was mentioning, I don't know if there's another team that has so many threats at every position as they do. And those tailbacks, even if you get hats to the deal, it's still getting them on the ground is an issue. And same thing with receiver too. I mean, you might have a hitch that gets caught in front of you that should be a routine play. It's not going to be just that easy. We're still going to have to get those guys on the ground and run through our leverage.
It seemed like you guys rotated in less players defensive back, particularly cornerback in the last game. Was there any strategy behind that?
No, I think guys were rolling. I didn't think we played that many snaps. We were banged up a little bit too. That was a part of it also. And on the other end of that, we rotated probably a little bit better on the D-line than we had in previous weeks, and that maybe led to some of Felix's plays that he made because he didn't have to play so many snaps. He was a little bit more fresh at the end of the game, and that's something that we constantly have to monitor as a staff is who fits what we're doing and how many guys can we play because we love to get as many people involved as we can.
How much has the linebackers started to settle into your overall operation and what you're trying to accomplish?
Tremendous. I mean, I think Deuce and Cody are very comfortable and confident in what they're doing, and we're trying to put a little bit more on those guys actually as of late, and they're handling it very well. That's another spot where we need to rotate more and do a better job of that, so that we can get those guys a few reps. We're going to try some different names in there a little bit and just see how that helps us.
Do you have any younger corners or maybe corners we haven't seen that might step up?
As far as youth goes, I mean, I don't know. We haven't seen that much of T. Dents in the last couple of weeks. He's been a little bit banged up. But youth-wise, Omar Daniels is a guy that's going to be a really good player here. He's injured right now, so you're not seeing that much of him. So that's just a spot where we don't have a ton of depth right now.
Are you expecting Bronson to be ready to go?
I'm hoping. I don't know. We'll see where he's at today. Again, I know. It's just one of those kind of tolerance things, I think, and I think he getting closer every day. We'll see how it looks on Saturday. I'm not sure right now.
What's Justin Gardner's availability?
I think he's getting healthier and healthier. He's been practicing, so he's going to be in a similar situation as Bronson. We'll just see where he's at on Saturday.
How important was that second half shutout just for your confidence, and is that able to kind of take that over into Saturday?
I didn't really even think about it until after. Honestly, I didn't. I don't know players on an individual basis how they felt about it, but yeah, I mean, that's something that over the previous 3 weeks, just confidence-wise, it gets. You say what you want to, it gets fractured a little bit when you lose games, and whether you play good or don't play good, I think you feel that way. And to be able to kind of take matters into our own hands in that second half, I agree with you. I think that did wonders for those guys.
Russ East's interception came kind of on a weird play where it looked like they thought they were getting a free one downfield.
Yeah.
Do you coach you guys in that situation to get back and not to give up that big play?
It's a very common thing. I mean, he just played the technique that he would have played had nothing happened. I mean, he was doing what he was coached to do. But that's a common thing in the league. As many teams are getting to the line and clapping or getting cadence and trying to get people to jump. And then if they do jump, the centers are just taught to snap the thing and everybody go vertical and you take your shots. I don't know if that's exactly how it went down. Maybe, because not everybody went vertical. It was just kind of they ran the concept that I think that they were going to run. And he just played the thing. But absolutely, that's something we talk about. You bet.